What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 Ultimate Team video. New gen gameplay, the new gen version of Madden 21 is out today. It came out a day early, and I think I know why. We're going to talk about some very important things that you need to know about old gen versus next gen pertaining to Madden 21 Ultimate Team. Gameplay, it's going to be a lot different. If you've played it so far, right, it feels a little slower on the old gen. It's going to be a big transition, and who knows if there's going to be patches really soon to fix certain things, because gameplay bugs are going to be found. But I really want to talk about specifically Madden Ultimate Team. So we're going to start, we're on PS5 right now, okay? And we're on the PS5 version of Madden 21. We'll talk about how you can switch between the two. And right now, you know, this could be fixed by the time you're watching this video, maybe not, but right now, if you try to get on a Madden Ultimate Team, you're getting this message, right? Servers are down. Servers are not up yet for PS5 new gen Madden 21. So how do you go back to the PS4? Well, I'm glad you asked. Now, the only reason I really knew this was because of Call of Duty. If you downloaded Call of Duty Cold War, you can hit your start button, right? And then you can go down to game version, and you have a choice between PS4 and PS5. Well, the same thing works for Madden 21. So I'm going to close the game that we just had open, the PS5. And again, if I hit my start button, it's going to bring up this menu. We go down to game version, and it gives you the option to choose between PS4 and PS5. So right now, PS5 servers are down, so we can go to the PS4 version. Now, you may have to re-download this. In order to install the PS5 file, I had to delete the PS4, download the PS5, and then once I tried to do this, where we switch the game type, it made me re-download PS4. So it can take a little while. But now we can actually load in and get access to the servers. Now, obviously, servers are going to be fixed eventually on PS5, hopefully before Weekend League starts. And we're going to talk about Weekend League as it pertains to old gen versus new gen, because this is very, very important. Once we load into PS4, we can get into there without a problem. So one big thing that people have been asking, and the information's been out there for a while, but do my coins, my points, my team carry over? They do. They absolutely do. And the good thing is that you can switch back and forth between game types. So when I say that, I mean you can switch from the PS5 game to the PS4 game, and it's not like a one-time transfer. That's how it worked from PS3 to PS4. It's not like that. Now you can switch back and forth as much as you want. All of your in-game currencies are all going to transfer over between the two. All of your cards, your team, your binder, all of that will transfer in between, you know, each game type. We're going to switch over to Xbox in a moment so I can show you how it works on Xbox, because it does work a little bit differently. But again, for PlayStation specifically, I want to make sure you guys are aware that you can switch between the game types by going down here again to game version and then switching between. So now I could go back to PS5 and I could load this one up, and it's putting on the new game. So one really, really important thing that I need to let you guys know, and this is straight from EA, I confirmed it with them just to make sure. When it comes to Weekend League, right? Weekend League starts today, later on today. Some of you might be a little hesitant to play on the new gen, you know, game, right? Because it plays differently. It's just totally different. There is no cross-play, whether it's between platforms with Xbox and PlayStation, or between PS4, PS5, or the Xbox One and the Xbox Series S or X. So if you are playing on the new gen game, right, you're not going to match up against somebody on the old gen game. Same for both consoles. But here's the more important part. With all limited time events, and this is straight from EA, this includes solo battles, Weekend League, you're locked into that gen for the length of whatever that event is. So very important when it comes to Weekend League. Today, if I start Weekend League on PS5, I cannot go back to PS4 until the month is over, because we have a brand new month that started for monthlies and Weekend League. This leads me to believe this is probably why they moved it up to come out today instead of tomorrow, because it would cause such a big problem. Everybody would be playing the old gen version, they'd be playing Weekend League today, and then they wouldn't be able to play the new gen version tomorrow. Probably why they pushed back the game as well to the start of a new month, the beginning of December rather than mid-November when the game came out, because it would have caused that problem. So I'm pretty sure that's why they did it. They never announced it, but it just makes sense to me. So I'm going to repeat this again. Whether you're on Xbox or PlayStation, if you play one singular game of Weekend League, you're locked into that Weekend League on that console for the duration of the month. My initial thought was, I'm going to play Weekend League on the old gen version one more week and then kind of, get myself accustomed to the new gameplay throughout the week and attack Weekend League on the new gen version of the game next weekend. And then, a couple people tweeted me and it got my brain to turning. I reached out to EA and again, they confirmed it. So very, 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 very important. I'm going to repeat it one more time. None of your in-game event progress. So don't worry about your coins, cards, points. All that stuff is going to carry over back and forth. But your seasons are going to be two different things. If you're 5-0 on old gen season right now, that 5-0 is not going to convert to the PS5. If you start Weekend League on PS5, you're stuck there. If you start PS5 on old gen, you ain't going to be able to play Weekend League on new gen for a full month, because we're starting a brand new month of Weekend League, rewards and entries and whatnot. And again, like I said, if you're playing on new gen PS5, you're only going to get matched up against new gen PS5 players. If you're playing on old gen PS4, you're only going to get matched up against old gen PS4. But you can play the PS4 version of the game on PS5. I know it's all confusing, but I mean, I've been doing it for weeks, and that game feels no different. The new game, I honestly haven't really even had a chance to play yet because the servers are down on PlayStation, but we are currently downloading it on Xbox as well. So let me show you how to switch between games on that console. So on Xbox, and I am no Xbox guru here by any means, I literally bought this Xbox Series S, and today is probably my first time turning it on since the day that I got it to download the old gen version of Madden. But this one has two different, like file types or games. So you can't do the Switch version like you do on PlayStation. You actually have two different icons and they can coexist with each other. So I want to show you how the auction house works. We're going to load into the old one, and obviously you can tell the new one here because it says X/S, and I'm guessing other games are like that on Xbox. But we're going to load into the old version of Madden 21 on Xbox and kind of test the auction house. First things first, I'm on old gen again. I just want to repeat where we're at, and we're gonna go and just list a random card if we can. All right, so Marvin Jones Jr., we're gonna put him on the auction house for a full day, and we'll obviously up his price to something unique here. So we'll go 47,500 coins. Buy it now, 47.8. We're going to go ahead and list him, and that's all I want to do. Now, I'm going to go ahead and close this game out, and I'm going to switch over to the PS5 and make sure that all of my coins and everything carries over, as well as this card that I listed on the auction house. We're now on the Series S/Series X version of the game. Just to show you the proof here, if we go to the game and select it, it puts it right into it because that's where we are. And if you look, that same card that I posted on the auction house is still there. So I'm going to show you one other thing just so you guys are 100% sure that this is how it is. We're going to go ahead and just quick sell a random card here. So we'll go down to our binder and just quick sell like a random elite that we have. And right now we have 8,561 training. We're going to go ahead and quick sell that. We now have 8,721 training. I'm going to switch back over to old gen and show you that the training is going to go along, or go ahead and switch as well with whatever changes you make. It doesn't matter which version you're on. Your currencies, your coins, your points, your training, your trophies, your overall, the cards in your binder are all going to translate over between each game type. It's only the cross-platform playing or cross-generation playing that does not translate or communicate with each other. We're now back on old gen. Again, just to prove and show you, we're going to go to selecting this one. Puts us right back into the game to prove we're on the old gen. And as you can see, my training is still 8,721. So that's pretty much everything I think you need to know right now regarding Madden 21 Ultimate Team. Old gen versus new gen. Gameplay does not cross over once you start an event, including a full month of Weekend League. Whatever gen you start that on, you're stuck there for the rest of that duration of that event. So be very careful on what you do for Weekend League, because we start not only a new Weekend League today, but also a new month. All of your currencies transfer over, and it's a shared auction house, meaning if you post something on Xbox One, people on Xbox Series S or X can go ahead and buy that. and vice versa with PS4, PS5. If you got any other questions, leave it down below in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.